Hi, this is Betty Banjack, and this is Look Who's Cooking. And today my special guest is Mr. Dan Blaschak, and we commenting on our names are so similar that
Blaschak and Banjack.
yeah, we're
Cooking
right there.
connection.
And he's the history teacher here at the Norristown Area High School, and he volunteered for this. Isn't this a secret dream that I've always cooked on TV?
Yes,
Oh,
it's true. I've always, when I cook this dish at home, I pretend that I'm on TV. It's a little weird, but I do it anyhow.
Oh, okay. Well, you can be
And
weird
I
as
talk
you...
to myself in the kitchen. It's not good, Betty. It's
What?
not good.
Do you answer yourself?
No.
Oh, I'll talk to you about that later. I guess you want this lit.
Yes.
I'll light it only because everyone seems to have a problem. And if you want it higher or lower, what do you? Why don't we just start and then we'll talk.
All right. This is my famous ranch beans, and this goes back to my neighbor in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, where I grew up. And she gave it to my mom, and my mom has given it to me, and I am famous for it. I have, over the years, made this many times. It's the only thing I really do exceptionally well. So we're going to...
I was going to ask you, what else do you make besides this?
This is about it, Betty.
This is it?
This is about it. My wife is trying to... Oh, I make meatloaf. I love meatloaf, so I do that really well. I have a good Dave Letterman meatloaf recipe that I've tried. His mom wrote a book on cooking, and well, anyhow, we're starting, and I normally put some butter in there. I don't have any butter today, so we put some vegetable oil in, and what you have to do, folks, is add 1 pound of ground chuck. It's 81% lean.
And what does that mean?
I have no idea what it means. It's 19% something or other.
Well, we were talking about that a little earlier. And
all right, you got to cook that up.
I know there's a formula for that, but every time I think I know it, I forget it.
See, it's really, you got to fry this thing up really well. Looks like it's going to take a while, so we better do some talking here, Ms.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Ask me what I teach. Did you ask me?
Yeah, you teach history. Tell us.
I teach history.
Oh, I know. You have that, you're on that show, Mr. Word or Mr.
Well, actually, I was, a couple of years ago, Sandy McCarraher came to me and asked me if I would be interested in doing something for the Word of the Day. So I made up a character named Professor Faber. Now, Professor Faber came from one of my favorite movies, Animal House. He's that statue at the beginning of the movie. And I created this character, and my associate was a skeleton. And the skeleton was Mr. Bones, and we... that's how I have been in here in the past. So
oh, you haven't done any cooking before.
I have not done any cooking on this show.
Want this up?
I think that's got to go up.
You turned it down. This is a backward burner.
All right. Folks, you got to get this all nice and fried up here. It's probably going to take forever. Ask me some more questions, Betty.
Ask you some more questions?
Yes.
Do you live in the area?
Nope, I live in Haverford, PA. Havertown, actually.
I hear it sizzling.
It's working. It's 18.2 miles away from Norristown High School. I have been a teacher at Norristown since 1978.
You're not, no, you couldn't be.
Yes.
78.
But I have been a teacher since 1969. I taught at a private school down there for about 9 years, I think. And then Norristown hired me. Been happy ever since.
And now we can't get rid of you.
Can't get rid of me.
Who said that?
After
you're
you
very
eat
popular,
this,
then.
you might want to get rid of me.
No,
but
I know you're very
come
popular.
on. Well, I don't know how popular I am, but I do still like teaching.
Well, at least you're notorious.
Well, they know me as Professor Faber.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So now what are you, Mr. Cook?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens here.
If this meat doesn't brown up, we're going to be
in trouble.
I know. It's not your fault. It's not
my
your
mom
fault. Just,
and my wife and my 3 daughters.
3 daughters?
And their husbands, they are cracking up that I am even doing this because I'm not a big-time cook, but I do make these things very well. You'll like it. Trust me.
Okay. What else goes in there? Maybe you can explain it. All
right. Well, they're called ranch beans. So once this is cooked up real nice and brown, we got 2 cans of these baked beans, just cheap stuff from your favorite supermarket. Okay, we're gonna, once this is cooked up, we're gonna add this stuff. Don't want to spill it. that could be a disaster. And then we add one of these kidney beans.
He already opened the can.
You should have the recipe running down below somewhere.
Oh, is that what you want? Is that what I should
Well,
have?
I don't know. People are going to want to.
Can we show you his recipe?
Yes, you can.
See this recipe card? It must be
It's years old.
100 years old.
It's greasy. It's kind of disgusting looking.
But it's his.
But I can still figure it out.
Now, you said you had a very interesting combination growing up. You had an Irish grandmother and you had a Polish grandmother.
That's right. Actually, it was a Russian grandma.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she was from outside of Krakow, Poland. And she and her husband came here in 1911. And my Irish grandmom, her parents were from Ireland. And the best cooks from those two sides were my Russian grandmom. She used to make all these great dishes. I don't know if she'd like this particular dish.
Oh, no, she probably will.
All right, we're getting nice and brown here.
It's getting done there. We can see
All
that.
right.
You want to drain it? You can use this.
I think we got to drain it a little. Good Lord, I'm on a cooking show. Are you enjoying this, folks? I am truly enjoying this.
He's waited a long time
Yes.
for this, he told me.
Yes,
so.
I am.
He even got a substitute for his
Well,
class
I
so
can't
he
be
could do this.
Can't be at two places at one time. That's hard to do. Okay, well, I think that's good enough. Now, this is when we start adding the ingredients. Actually, I think we can do that here. We're going to put this in this bowl here. This is all pretty much fried up. It's all brown, no red stuff in there. Okay, we can turn this off. That goes that way, I guess.
Yeah, it goes up, it's backwards.
Betty, what do you have planned over
there? I have these tortillas, and we're going to make chips to go along with what you have.
Ooh,
you can make your own tortilla chips. They have a great little machine, or you can just lazy and buy them already made up. And actually, you can buy them really a lot cheaper than you can make. I'm not a tightwad, but once in a while you got to think of that. And I would probably have a mess if I try to make this thin type dough that the tortilla chips are on. So, okay, you can keep going. I'm just going to heat some oil.
Okay. Can I read to you? All right, here we go. Got to have my glasses, though. It says, are you ready? Brown chuck in a large skillet, which I've already done. Add all beans. So it's time to add the beans.
You do this in a bowl and not right in the frying pan,
Yeah, you
right?
can just mix it in there. There's those two things that I didn't want in there. Let's get those pieces of whatever they are out. We don't want that. Let's just get rid of those two things.
Oh, that's bacon.
Well, I don't like that in there. It doesn't.
That bacon, but it's bacon.
Yeah, well, all right. Now here's the other baked bean can. Okay, you just gotta make sure you're stirring. Hey, this is fun. This is fun. All right.
Smells
it's
good.
It's like cooking up a lesson, you know. Then we got these dark red kidney beans.
And you're putting everything in the juice.
You're mixing everything. You're throwing the juice in there. You're throwing the juice in there. You're stirring. You're stirring. You're getting a good mix of things here.
It's pretty.
It's lovely. Do you want to see how lovely it is? Isn't it lovely? All right, I should stop saying the word lovely.
You don't like the word lovely? I think it's a good word. I know you teach history, but do you have a specialty?
Well, I teach I teach an American systems class to seniors here at the high school, and then I teach an investigative cultures course to gifted students on the 10th grade level in the afternoon, including one of our cameramen right here to the right, Mr. Matthews. So it's challenging, and I like it, and I still have...
That sounds like fun. I want to come to that.
I still have my enthusiasm for teaching and inspiring people to make Dan's famous ranch beans.
How's the... hot enough.
Okay, we're messy here, too.
Oh, well, you're allowed to be... In the kitchen, you got to be messy. There's no way to cook. If you cook meat I like to clean up as I go, but to just cook meat isn't.
So your goal is to fry these up.
Yeah, that's my goal.
And then we're going to cook this all up,
happens.
and then we're going to kind of smear it on top of the. Oh,
it's a goal.
I've
Doesn't mean you reach your goal all the time, you know.
That's true. Now, normally we do this for picnics. I don't know if Thanksgiving. This is not like a Thanksgiving kind of meal, and Thanksgiving is coming up. But this is when the teachers have their annual Christmas luncheon. This is the only thing I bring, and
it's the only thing you make.
Well, it is the only thing I make. It's the only thing I make really well.
Oh, okay.
At least I hope they think that it's a good dish.
It smells good.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll have lots of test tasters after the show.
All right. Well, let me add some more things. All right. We've browned the chuck in a large skillet. We've added all of the beans. Now,
look at that. They're popping.
Oh, that looks yummy. Okay, folks, we need 1 pack of Lipton onion mix. So
this is one of my favorite kind of cookings, in cans and packages, and you can always keep it on your shelf and have it all the time.
Well, here we go.
Hey, look at these.
Got to get all of that stuff out of there. Mix this up. Are we making enough of a mess, Betty?
Yeah. No, we're okay. We're not really that messy. I want to tell you that it smells. I could eat it like that out of the bowl, you know.
We gotta set this.
We got to do other stuff to it.
Well, we got to bake it in the oven, but I think we have a different kind of oven here, so.
No, it's just a convection oven. It bakes a third faster than a regular oven.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Ketchup. We need 1 cup of ketchup.
How do you see through that dirt?
What dirt?
That hard. Ooh, it's
well,
not,
it's grease. I mean, it's
it grease?
It's like a family heirloom.
Oh, okay. Who are you going to will it to?
Well, one of my 3 daughters.
Oh, that'll be nice. You have 3 daughters. That's right.
3 daughters.
Are they all at home, or?
They are. 2 of them are married. They're all.
Whoops.
My oldest daughter teaches at Haverford High School. She's in the math department.
Can you hand me the paper towels, please?
My middle daughter.
Thank you.
Is a French teacher in Bloomfield, New Jersey, which is in North Jersey. They live right off the Garden State Parkway. And my youngest daughter helped me bring in all of my stuff today.
Well, she's here.
Well, she's a student teacher at Hancock Elementary School. They all went to Penn State. My wife is a teacher. I'm a teacher. My 3 daughters we are a family of teachers. Sometimes it's boring.
I was going to say, what do you talk about?
Well, we talk about everything other than teaching.
Other than teaching?
Yeah. Everything other than, okay, I think I'm tramping on something.
Probably your cord.
My cord here. Okay, 1 cup of ketchup. Oh, yeah, this is fun.
I bet that makes it, the ketchup. Because the other stuff is nice, but that's...
Are you taking notes at home?
No,
you'll want to try this.
They can get this recipe if you share it with us. If they write to the post office box 1660 in Norristown, 19404. We always show the graphic at the end of the show. And I think I'm leaving them in too long, these little...
Ooh, that looks pretty yummy, though.
Taco chips.
You think it's going to be heavy enough to hold my ranch beans? I guess
If not, they can just sort of eat it together. How do I know?
All right. Ketchup in. Next thing. Where is the recipe card? The famous recipe card. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Onion mix, really ketchup, dry mustard. My favorite. Got to have the dry mustard here. All right. And it says
Did
about.
you put real mustard in it?
Sometimes when I'm desperate and I run out of this stuff, but I went out this weekend and bought me a new one.
Oh.
So about 2 tablespoons, and that looks like about 1 tablespoon, I guess. Huh? Is that 1 tablespoon? I think so. There's 1.
Oh, that's 2.
That's about 2. That's the second one.
I think that's enough.
Think that's enough?
Yeah.
That's all right. No problem. Anyhow, put 2 in there. Do a little mix on that. This is very exciting, isn't it?
Is it? I do this all the time, so I'm not quite maybe as excited as you are. But this
Well,
is your first time, you said, right?
This is the first time I've ever done the cooking show.
When you used to do your word stuff, you know, Mr.
Professor Faber.
Professor Faber, excuse me. What did you sort of do? You gave a word of the day and...
Well, my associate and I, Mr. Bones, we would introduce the word of the day and have a funny little story about it and inspire the students to go out and use those words
that day
on a daily basis. Sometimes it worked, sometimes, well, maybe it didn't work so well, but it was fun. And
Did you test your students when they came in that day if they knew the word?
We would ask them what the word of the day was and what it meant. And there were other teachers here who also did it. There was, I remember Dr. Jaffe was a character. I think she was Judge Judy.
Oh.
I believe that Mr. Strobel was a kind of a hick farm guy.
Did I see the show one time when, I'm going to throw this one away. This is gruesome.
Mr. Geisler, I remember, was did a professional wrestling thing.
I'm having a terrible time right now. And a Superman suit?
That would have been Mr. Schaefer, Mr. Glazer. That's the math week. That's for the.
Yeah, I remember.
They did a math.
I used to watch the morning news. I think it's been changed now. We're getting ready for work, but now I can't do that because they changed the time.
All right, now we're talking water here, folks. So I'm going to turn over my little cup here. This requires 1/2 cup of water. And
let me tell you, if you fry these tortillas up, they fry up fast, really fast.
We got 1/2 cup of water here. And
what else do you need?
Vinegar, the vinegar. We need 2 tablespoons of
That's
vinegar.
That's important, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
With the ketchup and all?
Yep. Here, let me stir this up a little. How are you doing with your tortillas?
They're okay. They're a little browner than I would like, but they brown so quick I can't even flip them over. Maybe we have the oil too hot. But they look good.
They are puffy.
Yeah. Well, there are 2 layers. And it's going in the air in between.
Yeah.
Let me cut up one more.
Getting a good shot of this, Mr. Matthews? Okay.
Just remember, he's grading your
yes.
papers, so make sure you give him good shots.
All right. 2 of these. Look at the tablespoon.
By now, you can't guess that?
Well, 1, 2.
I like vinegar.
I think we're about finished here, Betty.
You're finished? Well, I'm not.
Vinegar and mix all together. Everything has been added. You can see it's simple, efficient, relatively clean. And here I am just blathering on like
you always wanted to.
I'm actually on television. I guess I am actually on television.
What I have been doing here is I've been taking the tortilla chips that I cut into quarters. You know, let me try, that was in quarters. Let me try it in 1/8 and just see, maybe that'll come up better. Because they sort of puff up real big. Because that's the air between the, yeah, I think I would cut, if you got big ones like this, I would cut them in the 1/8 size.
Yeah.
See how they puff up?
Well, what if you take those out sooner? Or is that the 1/8?
They're the 1/8. I think they're okay.
Yeah.
It's some of these others that, oh, I don't believe I did that. Excuse me.
Watch you don't get unplugged there,
No, I'm
Betty.
And it's hot, but I need it.
Okay. This is television, folks.
This is live television from the Norristown Area High School.
Okay. That is ready.
It's ready?
Yes.
Okay.
We probably have about 15 minutes to kill, too.
You know that ice pack you have in your bag?
Yeah.
Can you give it to me, please?
This was to keep the ground chuck chili on the ride up the Blue Route today.
I burnt my hand. Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't put that over there. We're going to fry one more. And so you have to be careful in the kitchen because it can be very dangerous. I'll attest to that.
Did you ever hurt yourself during one of the shows?
Not during one of the shows, but I was talking to a friend this weekend, and I forgot about this. I said we made candy last week, and they said, wait, I got to ask you something. And I said, what? And they said, you didn't make that candy, you made that one time at Christmas or something. And we start laughing. I was making lollipops, and it's clear taffy type stuff, substance. And when I did that, the wooden spoon, I think I should not do any more of these. I'm getting, the wooden spoon slipped out of my hand, and what happened was, let me get this out before I try to talk because it may happen again in a different way. The wooden, I'm whipping this hot 380-degree stuff, and it pops out of my hand, the wooden spoon, and sticks to my top lip. Now, you ever have 380 degrees stuck to your top lip and you can't get the spoon away?
That would be.
And I had wound up having third-degree burns and like a small spot, mostly 2-degree burns. And none of my friends will ever let me forget that I did that.
Cooking can be dangerous. Remember that.
I think a kitchen can be very dangerous. That's why I have this thing, especially cooking with kids, which is great fun. And even adults, if they have shoes that have shoestrings, they should tie them. Because all you need to do is step on the shoestring and into a stove. You're going to really hurt. Okay, we got to get this. The fire. Do you have a fire company here? Or you want to bring those out? Now you want to put this in the oven.
Put these in. Oh, where's the heirloom recipe card? It says, okay, we browned all the chuck. We've added all the beans. We put the onion mix in there, the ketchup, the dry mustard, the water, the vinegar. We mixed it all together. Now it says put into a large bowl, which is this, and bake at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. And folks, there it is. It's kind of been, well, it's in.
Well, it was, to be honest, he made it yesterday or this morning or whenever he made it. And maybe if we can move some things around.
We want to put this one in there, or?
Yeah, put that in there, and I'll turn it on so you can have it cooking. Let's get rid of some of the cans. What I'm trying to do.
Okay, Betty, I think I'm going to have to let you fool around with those knobs back there.
I will do that. Here, this is the finished thing. We're going to put some in a plate, too. And if you wanted to have salty little chips there, you could put some salt on them when they're done. Okay.
Shall I?
Oh yeah, do it nice.
All right. Now, normally I don't do it. I don't quite do it like this. Can you explain how are we doing for time here?
We have a little while.
Okay.
You can talk.
Could you explain that?
The oven?
Yeah, you got to turn that oven on, and could you explain that oven to us?
Oven, and it cooks about. It's not microwave. It cooks about 1/3 faster than regular ovens because it blows air around the food. He seems very frightened of that concept for some reason, and there's no reason to be. It's just going to get done a little sooner. I have it at 350, and it should be. Oh my!
We're talking presentation here.
Yeah, he likes presentation.
That's like 90% of the food might not be great, but if it's presented well, people will buy it. I think, won't they?
Yeah, because I've seen food that looked great, and then when you went there to eat it, it wasn't so hot.
Ooh, folks, the recipe card's getting messy. It's getting messy. All right. Okay, so you think a little dollop of on each one of those things?
That or in the middle, and do what you want. It's
normally, I don't do it this way. This is Betty's.
What do you do normally?
Normally, I bring that out for a Father's Day. I get together. Father's Day. This is a big hit on Father's Day. All the guys do something. So we take it over to my friend George's house, and this is what, and people just dig in and put it with their hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken and steak.
Well, they can do that. You don't have to put them unless you could just eat it with this, or I just made them to be a little complimentary.
All right, we're going to try this right over the tops of the, what do you call these? Burritos?
Tortilla chips.
Okay, we got
Okay, well, you're going to keep doing that, and we're going to be going now, and as he keeps, I have to taste one of these, though. It's if I don't get burnt. Great. Not bad. It's really very good, but I won't.
Dan's famous ranch beans. A hit again.
Oh,
do you like them?
It's good.
Are you just telling me that?
No, I really do like them. I wouldn't be if I don't eat it. If I don't eat it, that means I don't like it. So listen, we're going to go. We're Banjack and Blaschak. On Look Who's Cooking. We'll see you later. Bye now.
Goodbye.